Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk. It's brought to you by the Detroit Lions on the Prowl and the Belly Up Sports Network. Today, we're going to look at minicamp, 5 standouts for the Detroit Lions. We're going to look at that. But first, let me kick it to my main man, the man of steel himself, Curt Steele.
What up, though? Welcome to the show, people. You know it's the premiere. If you can't catch it right now, which is at 11 a.m., double back, baby. It's available anytime after the premiere airs. And as always, subscribe to the channel. Join the family. We don't have fans. We don't have viewers. We have family. And it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Now it's time for the third member of the team to join the show. Who?
Coach Jones. Who's Coach Mike Jones? What's going on, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started
right now.
Let go.
Detroit Lions talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
So we got 5 standouts from Detroit Lions minicamp on day 1. Let us know who it is, Curt.
All right. So the guys over at the media department and, of course, our friends over at Prowl Detroit, they have 5 standouts from the Lions minicamp day 1. First up is the guy who is the veteran, the longest tenured receiver on the Lions, Quintez Cephas, which is only a second-year player, but he is the first standout for the day. He had a really good day. Played some, had some really good plays, especially down there in the red zone. Though he mostly, he works against the second team a lot, but he did score on the Quentin Dunbar, who is a pretty decent secondary player. So Cephas was made some big plays out there on the field. Now, the second standout isn't really a particular player, but it was the red zone defense. They would shut it down doing the 707 drills, and they got down there doing the goal line. But, you had your boy Okudah, Yeah, he had some good plays, but the big standout, the guy who had the big interception from Jared Goff was Coach Mike's boy, Will Harris.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Will Harris had a big play, definitely down there in the red zone defense. And, of course, you have the man who is not surprising that he's a standout, Mr. T.J. Hockenson himself. Had a great day, one-on-one drills. Linebackers was, he was killing them out there. So, we may have had to look at that linebacker position, of course, because if they can't cover the guy on our squad, they ain't be able to cover some of the guys on the other squads as well. All right, then we have Julian Okwara has definitely stood out, made some great moves against some with the linebackers and tight ends, They had the one-on-one. So Okwara was a surprise standout, natural backpedaling, had some good coverage skills doing those one-on-one drills. Of course, he probably wasn't covering Hockenson, so good with that, though. And then the last 2 guys, the two-headed monster was doing a thing in the backfield. We're talking about DeAndre Swift and the swag daddy, Mr. Jamal Williams. So those other 5 standouts, that's not really surprising that those last few players, especially Hockenson and Swift and Williams, stood out in the Lions minicamp on the first day. But that long guy, man, that veteran in the wide receiver room really stood out. The longest tenured Lions wide receiver in Quintez Cephas.
Right on. Listen here, you're not just gonna skip past that Will Harris subject real quick. You're not gonna just Will Harris. And in other words, no, I'm just letting y'all know, man. The guy has skills. He got potential, and he's getting rid of that Patricia scheme, and he's gonna play to his instincts. And I believe that those coaches now are smart enough to know that hey, he's a box guy, and they're gonna put him there, let him use his instincts. So I'm not surprised. Okay.
He's not surprised. He's definitely not surprised. I'm not. I'll say this, Mike. I'm always at that. I'm not gonna get too down on him because the sun shines. Every now and then. So on some people. So I think it was his day to shine. So hopefully he has more of those to come. I don't wish the guy to do bad. I'm just saying that his play in the past has been suspect.
Right.
I
Hopefully
mean,
he
like,
built.
you know,
He built.
like, you know, like really
Well,
suspect.
For the good, there's also the bad. So for the defensive stand, there's also Jared Goff. It took him 5 times to complete a pass down there. He threw a pick. Not all that sharp. That's not a good look for him. That's not good for our offense. Also, Tyrell Williams did beat Okuda a few times, so we'll temper that excitement there.
Of course.
But the beast of the whole thing, TJ Hockenson, unguardable. That's what the word they used. He is going to be a monster this year. If he doesn't get hurt, I think he's going to be amazing this year. And that's kind of my standouts from camp there too.
Yeah, definitely.
One thing we got to remember though, that the defense always usually beats the offense early on in camp. So you know, they just always have a step ahead of the offense. The offensive chemistry it takes a little bit longer for everything to piece together on offense. Defense, you can play off instant. So
yeah,
definitely true.
All right, Mike, you got your news and rumors topic for today.
So,
what is it?
Yeah, so it's Jamie Collins and the fact that he chose number 8. So let me give you a little backstory on that. That is Jamie Collins' college number at Southern Miss. So as you know, Jamie Collins graciously gave up his number 58 to Penei Sewell. You know, I don't think that would have happened in the old regime. I don't think that under Quintricia he would have did that. So, you know, kudos to Jamie. And then, you know, the number 91, which would be his second option, is Michael Brocker's number. So, so you know, that was kind of okay. So he's like, okay, what do I want to do? You know what? I'm gonna go back to my college days. It made me a second-round pick, and he went back to number 8. They didn't say for sure whether he was gonna take number 8, but if that was your number in college, I'm thinking that, you know, that's the number you're gonna take. But Jamie Collins, number 8, will look a little different than our linebacker is number 8. But you know, with those new rule changes and the numbers and that crazy sort of setup, you know, hey, number 8 will be popping people.
Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, he's always kind of. I mean, you have the people who like play with numbers. You know, like it's some kind of variation of 8. He wore 58. He wore 8 in college, and if you go 9 minus 1 is what? 8. So some kind of variation.
You know what? I didn't think of that.
That's pretty good, actually. That's really good. But I thought
you know,
he went down to 8 to hide. It's not a typical linebacker number, so you know what? Maybe people won't notice that he's taking the playoff. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You know, I'm telling you, they put it in his new contract that, you know what I'm saying, that if he plays well, he gets a box of Tim Hortons, you know, some crawlers and a cup of coffee after the game. So.
Kurt's cutting it up today. I love it. All right, let's go look at the Detroit Lions on the Prowl trivia today. And the question is, what is the Lions playoff win-loss record? I know Kurt knows this one. I'm pretty sure Mike knows this one too.
Yeah, it's 7-13.
7-13. What a wonderful record. Just kidding. That's terrible.
You know.
Isn't
You
it?
know.
Don't you think? Come on now.
I mean, it is a little, but I mean, usually your playoff record usually has more losses than wins because you lose once in the playoffs.
Unless you're New England.
Yeah, right,
Or
exactly.
Green Bay or a team that wins. Anyways, our winners today on Facebook were Matt Fogelmark, and on Twitter, absent today, but winner yesterday, right or wrong. He was just saying yesterday on the show that you know, he never wins that or something. I think it was afterwards. I don't remember. But yeah, he said he never wins the trivia. And guess what? He won the trivia yesterday. And no, it's not fixed like it is in New England. Oop, sorry. But no, it's not. It's just the first person who answers the question on the Facebook question or the Twitter question. So if you want to play, be in the Facebook group, Detroit Lions on the Prowl on Facebook, or the Twitter page. Follow us at oh God, I never can remember that.
At LOTP14.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah.
My memory is great. We all know that. All right.
Okay,
so for real, man. I need you guys to help me because I need all the help I can get. And now it's time for my news and rumor topic. And my news and rumor topic today is, of course, the injuries begin. Austin Bryant was the only person that missed. I mean, attendance-wise, 88 out of 89 players on the roster are there. And that's really, really good. We don't have a Aaron Rodgers situation in Detroit because Aaron Rodgers did not show up. He is holding out. I think he's just going to hold out through training camp because he just doesn't want to do all that and come back probably right before the season starts, I would imagine. But Austin Bryant was the one missing. Now, Austin Bryant has had a history of injuries here, and now he's not participating. I believe it's an injury. You don't know. Could be family problems, but I think it is an injury. Ones that we know are injuries is Derek Barnes, cornerback Jerry Jacoby, and Jalen Reeves-Maybin, who got hurt in practice. They don't think it's anything that serious, but yep, the pain train has begun, and oh my God. We will be having the injury reports before every game during the season. It's called the pain train, and we will be having that brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Next, we're going to walk over to that wall of fame, and who do you got, Curt?
You know, we got to start it off with our bronze members. We have Detroit Drew, Midwest Lion Bubba Bo, John Kampler, Detroit Lions Talk with Mike, Sub-Z Trap City Boys Entertainment, our Allen, Jimbo G, Big Jimbo, Corey Nato, Crystal Wiley, Steve Castillo, Brian Stover, Bo Garakis, Justin, Mr. Pancake himself. You know what I'm saying? That beer is pretty good. And, you know, we have the Latino Lion. Rounding out the silver members, we have Nomis J, Jason Portis, Cap Ice Cold. Man, he was in the chat yesterday, you know what I'm saying, chopping it up. Batman of the 313, John Martin, who has an interesting take. My man says his son is the trainer of Jared Goff. Interesting. Wow. All right, and then we have Lions. All right, for our gold members, we have Barb Cole. So North End Ken, that's just the guy right there, just in the D. Larry McQuiston, Turner C. Burley, who's always bringing the really, really good takes and some good positive message to the show. Michael Huck, Matthew Ferguson, Randall Flag 606, Miles Gibbs, Randy Prince, the Gridiron Blitz, and you know who it is, the Doctor. Dr. Detroit is always in. For more information about becoming a member of the Wall of Fame, click the Join Now in the description or the Lions on the Prowl logo at the bottom of the screen.
Well, now we go to Curt's news and rumor topic for today. What do you got for me today, Curt?
All right, Mr. T.J. Hockenson himself had some thoughts on Jared Goff. Now, we talk about the difference between Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford and all the arm talent and all this differences between the two individuals. But T.J. Hockenson said the dude has a different mentality. He said coming in and just really talking about that. He says, Jared's my dog. That's what he's talking about on NFL Network's Good Morning Football on Tuesday. He's a great dude. He came in. I threw with him a couple of times out there in LA, you know what I'm saying? But he has a different mentality. I'm excited to have him. They say the dude is definitely one of those guys. He can make a whole bunch of reads. He's very special. And then he has a huge, gigantic, boulder on his shoulder. He ain't got a chip. He got a boulder on his shoulder. So he's ready to prove some people wrong. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the smile fool you. Jared Goff is one of those guys who's very competitive, and he's just a dog out there on the field. Now, maybe, you know what I'm saying, we know about the first days of camp. At first it's mini camp. So this is the first really ratcheted up, you know what I'm saying, competition that they've done in camp. But, he struggled a little bit. But the mentality of him, he's coming in and he's not no punk. He ain't no pushover. Don't think the California kid is he's like the guy from what's that, Remember the Titans? Everybody thought Sunshine was a pushover, but Sunshine was a beast. So keep your eyes open for Jared Goff.
I like that.
All right, let's go and see what you had to say. Comment cards right now. Made an error yesterday. I just want to say what I did, and I had put that Rob Swift's comment was going to be mentioned, and then I forgot to post it because I've had a wonderful week, and it's been a lot this week. All right, so Rob, here you go. Rob Swift, I think we are seeing the Lions coaching staff working already. Reporters are saying the practices are very competitive, but also the guys are having fun. And that's a breath of fresh air compared to what was coming out of camp this time last year. If the word gets out to the players in the league that the Lions might not have to overspend for free agents, will the new coaching staff start out strong this season in the wins category? No. Yeah. You're a realist, but they have a solid foundation, are going in a direction that is logical and easy to follow. That makes perfect sense, Rob. Thank you for that comment. Sorry I didn't get it on yesterday. I made sure I got it on today for you.
All right. Then we have Mr. Darkman 25. I thought that was your name, Mike. My bad. As a 30-year-old Ram fan, I have just become a Lion fan just because of Jared Goff. Hated how McVay and Snead treated him. He's a winner and will win more than the Lions with Stafford will win with the Rams. So, you know what though? I would say this, Darkman 25. You're gonna have that. You're gonna have a lot of guys who were Lions fans are now Rams fans because fandom now is different. Some people don't do fans of teams; they do fans of players. Like LeBron James, people follow him from team to team to team, and whatever team he's on, they're a fan of that team. And I think that that's going to be the case with Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff, just because they kind of really latched onto them and they became fans of the individual player. So some Rams fans are going to become Lions fans because they like Goff, and some Lions fans are going to become Rams fans because they like Matthew Stafford. But hey, thank you for the comment.
Yeah, I'm old school. So, Zach from Ontario. I used to live right next to Ontario, actually Blue Water Bridge. I'm looking forward to see how our secondary will look. Plus, watching our O-line, hoping we'll gel together. Me too, man. I really am. And Aaron Glenn working with that secondary I'm excited to see that. So,
yeah, totally understand that. Blitz fat. You know what? If I could talk today has been my blooper reel for the entire show. I hope you guys enjoy that. Laugh at me all you want to. I'm fine with it. Blitz Phantom says, I feel like we have 2 first-round picks this year because Okudah didn't get a fair shot last season. Let's see what he can do this year. You know what? That could be true. I actually agree with that. I do. Bad defense, bad scheme, injured, and had to put up with Matt Patricia. It probably is feeling like his first year. And then we got all of our other rookies as well.
Mm-hmm.
Probably is, definitely. All right. Then we have, you know who he is, King SJ, friend of the show, looking for the Lions to sharpen their teeth with to start biting kneecaps in the fall. Laugh out loud. Great show as always, guys. Hey man, we really appreciate you tuning in all the time, King SJ. Leave your comments. We appreciate that, brother. Yeah, we need to bite some kneecaps, you know what I'm saying, and get out there and hurt some people, you know what I'm saying, between the lines, you know what I'm saying. Not injure them, you know what I'm saying. Just put the hurt on them, you know what I'm saying. Yes,
injure them. Old school black and blue division, man.
No, injure them. Just hurt them, you know, a little bit. So, you know what I'm saying. If you hurt, you can keep playing. If you're injured, that means you got to come out the field. So
just put them out for that game.
Yeah, that's all. Put the hurt on them, you know what I'm saying.
I'm like I said, I'm old school, man. This is too nice in the NFL nowadays.
I'm old school as well.
They signing up his jerseys and everything. Daniel Blackburn, question of the day. I'm really looking forward to this 3-4 defense. I'm looking forward to how this 3-4 defense is going to shape up and how our linebackers will be utilized. And actually,
it's a big question.
I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't originally a fan of the 3-4 defense. I'm still not. But the 3-4 defense will utilize our linebackers. I think a lot of our guys are more defensive end outside linebackers, and they'll be able to play that role. I think we only have a few inside linebackers, which is, cool because we only have 2 of them and they'll be able to play that role. So it evens out. So everything, we're just going to have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, definitely we will.
Definitely.
The question of the day today is from all the reports that are coming out and all the things about minicamp day 1, what is the one thing that makes you go, about the reports coming out? Something you're reading a little deeper into. Put that into the comments below because we'll be responding to some of those on tomorrow's show. All right, and now it's time for my favorite part of the show, the dessert with my man Curt.
Okay, now today's dessert with your man Curt, because I always got to bring you some tasty morsels, is coming from Mr. Tyrell Crosby. Spoke to the media for the first time. He was there, first time he's been in Allen Park this off season, and he had some positive things to say. My man said he was excited to be there and ready to compete, even amid all the trade rumors. We've talked about this several times on the show, like, will he be the odd man out? You know what I'm saying? It's the first time he's talked to the media since actually they drafted Penei Sewell. But he says he has a good relationship with Penei Sewell, like a little brother to him. So it's not about anything like personal between him and Penei Sewell. He knows it's a business, but he chose to stay away just because of the fact that he may have been on the move. So, but he's excited to be in camp, ready to compete, and he's one of those guys that, some people don't want the Lions to get rid of because he's a good rotational player. And say somebody gets hurt, he could swing in at guard or tackle. So, but I like this positive attitude. Tyrell Crosby is a very positive person. You see him celebrating on the field. He's always picking somebody up. You know what I'm saying? I think he picked a rep up last year. No, I'm just playing. No, but he picks up everybody after they score a touchdown, like DeAndre Swift, or he's always celebrating with his teammates. So I'm glad he's there in camp, and he's excited to compete and has a positive attitude about what's going on in Allen Park and what his future may be going forward.
Yeah, don't pull a Jamie Collins on us, please.
No, I'm just playing. He didn't pick up a rep, but he does pick up a lot of people, man. After he scored touchdown,
he does. He's excited. All right, so final thoughts for today. Sorry that part of this show was a train wreck today. It happens. I don't know why our Monday is on like a Wednesday, but yeah, it happened for us today. It happens to everybody. We appreciate your support. New Lions on the Prowl logo. I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm going to put it up there for you right now. The new Detroit Lions on the Prowl logo. We had a new Detroit, the Die Hard Den podcast had a new logo, so we're getting these done from Max at logohog.com. So you guys can, if you need a logo, you can go to Max and get your logo done professionally. It looks really, really good. I can use it on anything. So you'll see all those updates happening really soon. Today, 3:00. Be there, gold members, because it will be the Zoom call for us and you, just a chat and get to know each other and have a lot of fun. They're always a good time. So be there at 3. And of course, coming up on Friday, we have Free for All Friday, or Friday Free for All. I always mess it up because that's what I do. But be there. You never know who's going to show up, and we're going to have a great time with that as well. So now for his final thoughts, let us kick it to Mike Jones. Who? Coach Jones.
Okay. Come here, people. Listen in. 250, 310, 310, and 250. Those aren't lottery numbers. No. That is the size of our defensive line going from left to right. Okay? That is college/NFL size. Okay?
And those aren't just high school, right?
Yeah. Those aren't just big kids, those are 250, 310, 250 football player size. Now, I know they'll probably drop a few pounds, before the season starts. But, man, we want to talk about beast mode. It's going to get pretty nasty in those trenches this year.
Let's get it.
I control the ring, and you already know how I get down. So, hey. Shout out to that D line of the Jackson Northwest High School, man. We finna take over.
Definitely. All right, my final thoughts for today's show is I ain't overly excited or I ain't overly disappointed. Hell, it's just day one of minicamp, so I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, guys, have some fun. You know what I'm saying? So we break down and we have all these, we analyze or give our thoughts and opinions on what's going on. But take a deep breath, relax. It's only day one of minicamp. It's like this is mini camp. They're in soft shell shoulder pads and helmets and shorts. So yeah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Just relax. They got a whole bunch of time to work with. There's 2 more OTA periods to go. And then there's a big break before they actually start actual training camp. So I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't read, too much into it. But sometimes when there's smoke, there's fire. So, but and shout out to those guys who, came up a little, gimpy on the injury report. Just heal up, work with the trainers, get better, and we'll see you back out there when you can. Don't rush back. So, but and one thing I wanted to say is that with Dan Campbell, and excuse my language, he just came out and said he gives 2 shit what the media think about him and him embracing him, and pretty much in those words, he didn't say that outright. You know what I'm saying? But he did, he lost his mentor, his first coach, Jim Fossil, and his mind was on that. But he really doesn't care what the media thinks about what he's doing. Guess what? He's just being himself. And guess what? That's what he should do. Who cares? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Cowherd, Miss Taylor, you know what I'm saying? Keep it, keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? But you know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And it's hump day, baby. It is Wednesday, man. Hey, it's only downhill from here. Only 2 more work days to go. But hey, you know what you got to do. If you haven't done so already, join the family. Subscribe to the channel because we don't have fans. We don't have viewers. We have family. And it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And get yourself some good old-fashioned Lions gear right over there on fanatics.com. Click the link in the description below, and a portion of the proceeds, some of them, a little small bit, go to help us grow the content on this channel. And, of course, you can check us out on bellyupsports.com. This show will be on there later on today, so you can go over there and check it out. And they have a bunch of news and rumors over there for hockey, basketball, golf, whatever sport you need. It's over there on bellyupsports.com. And they have a good fantasy department along with some sports betting. So if you're into that, go over there and check them out over there on bellyupsports.com. So let's do it. Get back to work. Finish that pop. Finish that soda. And whatever you do in life, you know what you got to do, baby. You got to bounce up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, Mike and Jim. And shout out to Ryder Ron, who's not here today. This is Curt Steele. And I will holler at you real soon.